Imagine this. A person stands on a crowded train platform, visibly struggling to lift a very heavy, awkward suitcase. People are rushing past. The person looks around, wanting to ask for help, but seems unable to find the words. A look of frustration and helplessness on their face. You're there. You're surrounded by people, but you just can't find the right words. That heavy suitcase feels like it weighs a ton, and your train is about to pull in. You want to ask for help, but you're worried. Will you sound rude? Will they say no? So you stay silent, feeling stuck, a little embarrassed, and totally invisible. But what if you had the perfect English phrases for any situation? Phrases that sound natural, polite, and confident. In this video, I'm going to give you those key phrases so you never feel helpless and alone again. Asking for help is totally normal, but for English learners, it can feel like a massive challenge. The number one fear I hear from my students is that they'll sound impolite, demanding, or even incompetent. You worry you'll bother people or that they'll judge your English skills. I want you to forget all of that. Asking for help isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength and a huge part of communication. Honestly, people are usually happy to help. You just need the right tools to ask in a way that makes both you and the other person feel comfortable. Today, we're going to break it down into 3 areas of life. First, we'll cover casual, everyday situations, those small favors. Second, we'll jump into the professional world and learn how to ask for help at work without feeling insecure. And finally, we'll cover the most critical situations, emergencies, where being clear and direct can make all the difference. By the end of this lesson, you'll have the confidence to ask for anything you need. Let's start with the situations you'll face almost every day. These are low-pressure moments, like when you're out in public or with friends and neighbors. In these situations, your tone of voice is just as important as the words you choose. A friendly, light tone makes all the difference. So, let's go back to that train platform. What could you say? A perfect phrase for physical tasks is, "Could you give me a hand with this?" This is a warm, common, and really natural way to ask for physical help. To give someone a hand is a friendly idiom that just means to help. Let's picture it. You turn to the person next to you, make eye contact, smile, and say, "Excuse me, could you give me a hand with this? It's a bit heavier than I expected." They'll probably say something like, "Sure, no problem at all. Where does it need to go?" See? Simple, friendly, and it works. Now, let's try it. Repeat after me. Could you give me a hand with this? Great. Okay, but what if you need information, not physical help? This next phrase is perfect for asking strangers for directions, the time, or other quick questions. Sorry to bother you, but do you know? Starting with "sorry to bother you" is a super polite way to show you respect their time. It softens the whole request. You're showing that you know they're busy and you appreciate their attention. For example, on that same train platform, maybe you're not sure about your train. You could go up to someone and say, Sorry to bother you, but do you know which platform the train to London leaves from? They'll likely respond, I believe it's platform 3 over there, but you might want to double-check the board. This phrase is your key to politely getting information from anyone, anywhere. Let's practice it. Repeat. Sorry to bother you, but do you know? Excellent. Our third phrase for casual situations works best with people you already know, like friends, friendly colleagues, or neighbors. It's, can I ask you a quick favor? The magic word here is quick. It tells the person right away that you're not asking for a huge commitment, which makes it much easier for them to say yes. Imagine you're at a coffee shop with a friend and need to use the restroom, but you don't want to leave your laptop alone. You could say, Hey, can I ask you a quick favor? I just need to run to the restroom. Could you watch my stuff for a minute? Your friend will almost certainly say, Of course, go ahead. This is perfect for those small, everyday things. Now you try it. Repeat after me. Can I ask you a quick favor? Fantastic! Now let's move to a place where the stakes can feel a lot higher, the workplace. A lot of people avoid asking for help at work because they're afraid it'll make them look weak or like they don't know what they're doing. But the opposite is true. When you ask for help professionally, it shows you're a team player, you're resourceful, and you're focused on getting the best result for the company. In the office, clarity and structure are your best friends. A really effective way to ask for help is to use a simple 4-step formula. Step 1. Make a clear, specific request. Don't be vague. Step 2. Give some quick context. Briefly explain what you've tried or where you're stuck. Step 3. Explain why their skills would be helpful. This shows you've thought about why you're asking them specifically. Step 4. Suggest the next step. Make it easy for them to say yes by telling them what you need. Let's try this with our first professional phrase. I'd appreciate your feedback on the project. This phrase is great because you're not saying, I can't do this. You're inviting them to collaborate and showing that you value their expertise. It's a sign of respect. Let's say you're working on a big report. You could go to a senior colleague and use our formula. Hi, James. I'd really appreciate your feedback on the quarterly sales report. I finished the main analysis, but I'm struggling to present the data in a visual way. I know you're a master at creating clear, impactful charts, and I think your insight would be a huge help. If I send you the draft this afternoon, would you have 15 minutes to look it over tomorrow morning? This is professional, respectful, and crystal clear. You've made it easy for James to know exactly what the problem is and how he can help. Let's practice the main phrase. Repeat. I'd appreciate your feedback on this. Perfect. Our second professional phrase is wonderfully polite and respects your colleague's busy schedule. Would you have a moment to help me with the task? The phrase, have a moment, shows you know their time is valuable. It gives them an easy out if they're too busy without making things awkward. You're not demanding their time, you're politely requesting it. Let's say your company rolled out new software and you're stuck on a feature. You could approach a coworker who knows it better and say, Hi, Sarah. Would you have a moment to help me with the new project management software? I'm trying to export a report, but I can't seem to find the right function. I've already checked the help documents and I'm still stuck. I'm sure it's something simple I'm missing. Could you show me what I'm doing wrong? By mentioning you've already tried to solve it yourself, you show you're not being lazy, you're just being efficient. Let's practice this polite and professional phrase. Repeat. Would you have a moment to help me with this? Excellent work. We've covered polite requests for casual and professional life. But what happens when there's no time to be polite? In an emergency, you have one goal: get help fast. In these situations, being clear and direct is way more important than formal pleasantries. Your voice is your most important tool here. You have to be loud, firm, and clear. Don't mumble. The most powerful and universal phrase is simply help or please help me. This is understood everywhere. Use it when you or someone else is in immediate danger. For example, if you fall and hurt yourself and can't get up, you don't have time to be shy. You need to use your voice and shout, "Help! I've fallen and I can't get up. Please help me." This is a phrase I hope you never have to use, but you have to know it. Let's practice the words and imagine using a strong voice. Repeat, "Help! Please help me." Our second emergency phrase is about giving a clear command. Call an ambulance or call the police. In an emergency, people can sometimes freeze up. It's called the bystander effect. Giving a specific, direct command breaks through that hesitation. Don't just shout, "Help!" Tell people exactly what you need them to do. Imagine you witness a car accident. To avoid confusion, you should point directly to one person and say loudly and clearly, "You, in the red jacket, call an ambulance right now." By being specific, you give someone a clear job and make it much more likely they'll act. Let's practice this command. Repeat, "Call an ambulance." Good. Our final phrase for emergencies combines the need for help with a clear statement of urgency. I need help right now. It's urgent. This phrase leaves no room for doubt. It tells everyone around you that this is not a casual request. This is serious. For instance, if someone is having a severe medical issue, like an allergic reaction, you need to communicate how serious it is immediately. You could run into a shop and tell the clerk, "I need help right now. It's urgent. My friend is outside and she's having trouble breathing." This instantly communicates the high stakes and gets people moving. Let's practice this urgent phrase. Repeat, "I need help right now. It's urgent." All right, that was a lot. So let's do a quick recap. We learned that the way you ask for help changes completely depending on the situation. For casual situations, you can use something friendly like, "Could you give me a hand with this?" For professional settings, you can show respect and collaborate by saying, "I'd appreciate your feedback on this." And in an emergency, you have to be direct and clear. "Help! It's urgent." Now I have a question for you. Which situation makes you the most nervous when you have to ask for help in English? Casual, professional, or an emergency? Let me know in the comments below. I love reading about your experiences and learning from you too. And for your homework this week, here's a small challenge. I want you to try using one of the casual phrases we learned today. It can be as simple as asking someone for the time or for directions. The more you practice in low-stakes situations, the more confident you'll become. If this lesson helped you feel more prepared to speak English in the real world, please give this video a like. And be sure to comment, subscribe, and share this video with your English language learner friends. Also, please do check out English courses on Udemy. And if you are so kind, all donations are accepted on our Buy Me a Coffee link. You can find links for both in the channel banner and video description. Please don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss a lesson that can help you become a more confident, natural English speaker. Remember, language is all about connection. Asking for help is one of the most powerful ways we connect with one another. It's not about what you can't do, it's about what we can all do together. You have the tools now. Go out there and use them. Thanks so much for watching.